We bring in Brad Sellers. Wow, what a game today. Just your initial thoughts.
Oh, it was outstanding. I mean, fantastic. I mean, even down at the queue, the place was electric, 17,000 today. But what a performance by the Cavaliers today. A total team effort. And LeBron James, the way he came up big down the stretch here to make sure the Cavaliers came back to Cleveland with a 2-2 series tie.
Kind of a Jimmy Chitwood moment at the end in the huddle where David Blatt wanted LeBron to take the ball in from out of bounds, and LeBron's like, no, I'm taking it out of bounds. Well, I'm taking the shot.
This is what your big-time players do all the time, Andy. They're supposed to make the play. They make the call. They make the suggestions. We know as players that the ball will always go through the best player on the team's hands. It should be, whether he takes a shot or defers to another player, is up to your best. And in this case, LeBron decided that with 1.5 seconds left on the clock, he was going to make the play.
All right, let's talk about J.R. Smith for a moment, because J.R. was outstanding, and he put them in a position to win the game down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
So there's no question about it. The Cavs at that point were on E, looking for anybody to fuel the fire. And J.R. Smith came in and drained three shots that kept us afloat. And then Timofey Mozgov helped out as well down the stretch and bought us time. But I tell you, we're not here today without J.R. Smith and his performance off the bench. So hopefully we're going to see a little bit more of him come Tuesday.
All right, let's talk about Tristan Thompson for a moment, too, because Tristan had some big rebounds. He has really stepped into the starting role as best as you could ask. And I think you go back and look at the heartaches of the time when they weren't winning was here. Now that time is paying off when you have other pieces around him that are at the next level. And everything that Tristan learned through the heartache is now paying off right now.
Well, listen, we've simplified the game for Tristan. We've put him in a position where he comes in, he's effective defensively and offensively, concentrating on not just scoring, but hitting the glass and being a threat out there at all times. And so him filling in for Kevin Love has been outstanding. He's filled the void for us, and he's allowed our other players to give us life. And so, again, I don't think we're anywhere here in this series without Tristan Thompson's performance.
All right, Brad, I mean, you've been through the wars of the playoffs. These guys are banged up. LeBron's hurt, Kyrie's hurt, Shumpert's hurt. I mean, who isn't hurt right now?
Well, listen, the thing is here, it's going to be the last man standing. It really is. I mean, if you go across the plethora of playoff series in the NBA, you see the star guys getting hurt and going down. It is who can stay the healthiest at the end is probably going to be the one that survives this thing. And I will tell you, this is not a series, Andy, that will be won in 15-point or 16-point blowouts. Cleveland and Chicago have a history together. It's a long, storied history in NBA playoff basketball. And this is going to be who can string together the most efforts in a 2 or 3 minute stretch.
All right, Brad, what are they thinking in Chicago right now? Because they were this close to pulling off a win. But I can make the argument the Cavs are 3 or 4, 5 buckets away from this thing could have ended today. So it could go either way. If you're Chicago, what are you thinking coming back here?
I'm thinking, obviously, that we let one get away today. Obviously, we had a chance to really close at 3-1, but we didn't. And so we put ourselves back in the dogfight. And I will just refer you to a comment of my former teammate Michael Jordan. He used to say after our defeat on Friday, one of his favorite lines used to be, the same thing to make you laugh or make you cry.
Great point.
And that's what happened today.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. We always appreciate your insight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy.